11.5% growth rate in 2021, making India the lone nation with double-digit growth. Centre releases 12,351 crore rupees as grants to rural local bodies in 18 states. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal says revival of state movie industry in pipeline. Meghalaya House panel calls for in-depth study on Lukha River turning blue in East Jaintia Hills. And crossing a crucial milestone, daily new cases in country touch a new low. Northeast sees ceaseless fight against pandemic. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee. Now the stories in details. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) projected an 11.5% growth rate for India in 2021. It makes India the only major economy of the world to register double-digit growth this year amidst the coronavirus pandemic. With the latest projections, India regains the tag of the fastest developing economies of the world. Revising its figures, the IMF said that in 2020, the Indian economy is estimated to have contracted by 8%. In its latest World Economic Outlook update, China is next with 8.1% growth in 2021, followed by Spain 5.9% and France 5.5%. Ministry of Finance has released an amount of 12,351.5 crore rupees to 18 states for providing grants to the rural local bodies. This is the second installment of basic grants released in the financial year 2020-21. The grant has been released to 18 states who have provided the utilization certificate for the first installment and on the recommendation of the Panchayati Raj Ministry. The grants to RLBS are released as per the recommendations of the 15th Finance Commission to create community assets and improve financial viability of the RLBS. The grants are provided to all the three tiers of Panchayati Raj, village, block and district to enable pooling of resources across villages and blocks. The 15th Finance Commission has recommended two types of grants to the RLBS, basic and tied grants. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved a minimum support price MSP of copra at 10,335 rupees per quintal, which is an increase of 375 rupees over 2020 rates. Briefing media in Delhi, Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said this will benefit millions of farmers engaged in copra farming and impact the farmers of 12 coastal states. He said this is one of the many decisions taken by the centre to benefit farmers. Javadekar said it has been seen that when the government increases rate, the market also pays more.
आज MSP में बढ़ोतरी की गई 375 रुपए से ज्यादा बढ़ोतरी करके अब जो मिलिंग कोपरा होता है मिल में जाता है वो 10,335 हो गया है। वो 9,960 था, अब 10,335 हो गया। और इसकी विशेष बात यह है कि लागत मूल्य इसका 6,805 है। 6,800 का कीमत 10,335 यानी 52% अधिक।
In view of budget session of Parliament, Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has called a meeting of leaders of all parties in the upper house on 31st of this month. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla is also expected to hold an all-party meeting on 29th of this month. The meetings will be held to ensure smooth functioning of both the houses of Parliament during the session. The government has also convened an all-party meeting on 30th of this month to seek support of political parties to ensure smooth conduct of business in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The budget session will begin on 29th of this month with President Ramnath Kovind's address to the joint sitting of both the houses of Parliament. Inaugurating the Bharat Parv 2021 organized by the Ministry of Tourism today, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said democracy in the past 7 decades in our nation has matured, strengthened and becoming even stronger. The nation was being guided by the spirit of the Constitution. The Speaker added, Om Birla said the tourism sector has initiated the commendable task of bringing together the country's tourism, spirituality and other genres into a unique fusion.
कि हमें राज्यों की अगर आय बढ़ानी होगी, लोगों के रोजगार के अवसर बढ़ाने होंगे, तो हमारे यहाँ जो पर्यटक क्षेत्र हैं, आध्यात्मिक क्षेत्र हैं, उनको डेवलप करने की आवश्यकता होगी।
Now we take a short break. We will be back with more news. Stay tuned.
सर आपका केवाईसी अपडेट करना है, नहीं तो अकाउंट और एटीएम कार्ड ब्लॉक हो जाएगा।
सावधान सावधान, 2 करोड़ का इनाम मुझे। देखिए, अनजाने कॉल्स, फर्जी ईमेल्स, लिंक्स और जाली ऐप से अपना पिन, ओटीपी, पासवर्ड कभी भी किसी के साथ शेयर न करें। आप रहेंगे सावधान तो नहीं होगा नुकसान। आरबीआई कहता है, जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Completing 50 years of a glorious existence on January 1, 2021, the Anuradha Movie Hall in Guwahati resumed film shows on Wednesday. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal was present as the chief guest. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Minister said the Anuradha Movie Hall has connected to the people of the city as well as the state since its very inception. The release of an Assamese movie in the aftermath of the COVID pandemic is a good sign in terms of the revival of the Assamese movie industry, Sonowal added. Set to hit the movie halls again, the Assamese cinema wheels are all moving. Midnight Song by Ranjit Bora had its premiere show on the sidelines. Mo is about a quiet housewife stuck in an unhappy marriage with husband Bikramjit. President Assam Cinema Hall Owners Association Chinmoy Sharma also spoke on the occasion.
The self-made late Mr. Kami Sharma, who built this beautiful Anuradha Cineplex some 50 years back. What a beautiful vision he had to make this wonderful theatre for the people of Guwahati. When Anuradha Cineplex was made, my film Tum Hasin Main Jawan was the very first film to release in this theatre.
Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has said engagement with multiple stakeholders is important to spread the right information and dispel rumors about the vaccination program. He said 2020 was the year of discovery for COVID-19 vaccines and this year's challenge before the world is to inoculate the people who most need it. Chairing the 148th session of the World Health Organization WHO Executive Board yesterday, Dr. Harshvardhan said it is encouraging that tremendous progress has been made despite a slew of tangles in the world. A valiant fight was fought with collective efforts to suppress transmission, prevent illness and reduce deaths, the minister said. Dr. Harshvardhan appreciated the role of all member states for acting with speed and scale during the rapidly evolving pandemic, adding, determination and hard work are the key to success.
And as chair of the WHO Executive Board, I welcome the announcement that the new administration of President Joe Biden will halt the process of withdrawing the US from the WHO. We note with pleasure that the USA will continue working with all member states with renewed commitment to multilateral cooperation and action.
The Meghalaya Assembly Committee on Environment has called for an in-depth study to ascertain the cause of the waters of the Lukha River in East Jaintia Hills district turning deep blue. The committee inspected the mysterious blue color of Lukha River on Monday. After conducting an inspection, the Assembly Committee on Environment has sought reports from the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board and the Central Pollution Control Board. Speaking on the matter, Mausanram MLA Himalaya Shanpliang said the panel has sought reports from the two boards for a detailed study into it so that a report can be tabled in the Assembly. Crossing a crucial milestone in its fight against the global pandemic in the country, the daily new cases have touched a new low. The sustained proactive cases and calibrated strategy of the centre based on whole of government and whole of society approach have led to consistent decline. Ensuring a steady fall in daily fatalities too, the nation has recorded less than 120 fatalities after more than 8 months. The active cases now stand at 1,76,498, even as the healed cases number 1,359,305. The tally for the dead in the nation is 1,53,724. In terms of the Northeast COVID scenario, frontline Arunachal Pradesh has reported 14 active cases, 16,751 discharge cases, even as the dead tallied 56. Neighbouring Assam has 2,183 active cases, with discharge cases raking up 2,13,763. The tally for the dead is 1,079. Reporting 171 cases, Manipur has logged 28,463 discharged cases, even as the dead accounted for 369. Scotland of the East Meghalaya has 98 active cases in Kitty, even as healed cases topped 13,496. The tally for the dead is 146. Mizoram has 47 active cases, 4,303 restored cases, even as the dead touched 9. With 95 active cases in Nagaland, the number for the cured is 11,898. The dead logged 9. Lone Brother Sikkim has 104 active cases, followed by 5,841 healed cases. The dead toll is 133. Tripura holds 24 active cases and 32,931 restored cases. The dead tallied 391. And to end the news, the main points once again. IMF projects an 11.5% growth rate in 2021, making India the lone nation with double-digit growth. Centre okays 12,351.5 crore rupees as grants to rural local bodies in 18 states. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal inaugurates reopening of Anuradha Movie Hall in Guwahati, says revival of state movie industry in pipeline. Meghalaya House panel calls for in-depth study on Lukha River waters turning blue in East Jaintia Hills. And crossing a crucial milestone, daily new cases in the country have touched a new low. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.